let's be fair. Caden Irwin's never been the best hitter to begin with here, but I mean, on the pitching side, I mean, he showed a little bit of promise. We're going to get there, but he showed a little bit of promise. I mean, you can go ahead and try to consider this as a good sign for Gators fans, but at the same time, like, the Gators, I mean, their hitting was practically invisible. I don't think they scored a single run in that series. Gators fans, you should have a reason to be concerned. At 3-9, you're somehow still in the playoff hunt, but you have a reason to be concerned, and you have the Wildcats coming up next. So good luck with that. Anyways, guys, welcome back to the AJ Plays channel. This is a name that I gotta change. Welcome back to the channel. My name is AJ, y'all, and today we have a another Discord reacts. I am recording the Mallards and Gators Oklahoma series right now before the Magic Wildcats one has come out. That one's probably going to be a little bit more interesting, and I'm going to sound more pissed. But anyways, here we are. Today we have how the MLW Discord reacted to both the Oklahoma series, the 2022 Oklahoma series between the Midwest Mallards and the Great Lakes Gators, and the Metro Magic and Western Wildcats series. That should be fun for you all to listen to. I love how MLW simultaneously like understands the entertainment value that they got to bring to the table, and with that little arcade bit between Daniel and Tommy, I think that was something that they really thought of, you know, the entertainment, because that had me dying of laughter. Let me say it here, that had me dying. Another Discord reacts where I'm actually present for this one. So yeah, I said this dude was a legend because as soon as I saw him on screen and he's like, you better subscribe to MLW, I'm thinking to myself, dude, I love this kid. Like, I love the kids who can just go in front of the camera. Wait, no, I shouldn't be saying it like that. Oh my god. What I'm trying to say is that the best kids are the ones who are easily able to go in front of the camera and say something that is not even comedy gold. It's something that's smooth, like, is so smooth and goes really well with the video. This kid just did just that. Yeah, the Gators looked horrible. I mean, on the pitching side, they were okay. At the plate, blah. So, I mean, the Mallards, it was an easy sweep for them, and the Mallards fans, dude, the little Quack Attack Nation fans just coming onto the field at the end of the game, like, we haven't seen that ever in MLW until that game. So that is like a once in a lifetime thing that, you know, not a once in a lifetime, but once in a while thing that you see that we haven't even seen yet, right? So, I mean, it just adds something else to the video. It's really sad that the Gators are 3-9 and they still have a playoff chance. Like, a team with that kind of record don't deserve to be in the playoffs. That's my personal opinion. Like, if you are heavily below 500, and this even goes for the 2020 Metro Magic, like, and that's my team. So, like, no. If you're that below 500, I'm sorry, that's pathetic. That is seriously pathetic. Bro, Caden Irwin turned the hell up. He dominated on the mound. He did excellent, especially in Game 3, the third inning. He locked in after he got 2 men on base. He locked in, shut it down, and secured another key victory for the Mallards if they want to go ahead and try to get the 1 seed. Huge job done by Caden Irwin. He did fantastic. I love how although Cheatham also struggled at the plate, like, we really don't pay any mind to that because we just love Cheatham for still, like, carrying this team to the wins they have. So, I mean, like, we could dump on Jorgie all we want, but apparently with Chris we leave it. Whatever. This Discord is confusing. Cheatham, as much as you may have been, like, and you haven't played your best, especially in that series that wasn't the greatest, you are still by far the best player right now on the Great Lakes Gators. If you guys decide to sell, honestly, I think an ideal destination for you right now would be the Downtown Diamondbacks. I think adding Chris Cheatham to that team is exactly what they need. Cheatham to the D-backs is my prediction if there is a deadline deal, so we'll see what happens. The dude has a really good point. In front of a crowd that's constantly, you know, like, cheering your name or, like, going against you, like, the crowd's momentum also really swings the, you know, the momentum, like, the crowd's mojo and the way they are also swings the momentum. So that kind of, you know, influenced the way Cheatham was pitching, and then in turn that also turned the way that, you know, the Mallards ended up winning the series. You heard so much Quack Attack, you did not hear a single, like, Gator Chomp or whatever their catchphrase is. I don't know. I love how the Discord casually dump on Jorgie. Like, I just said this, but they dump on Jorgie, but then you look at Chris Cheatham and you see all this love that they're giving Chris. Like, I do agree. Chris Cheatham is maybe a top 10 for sure, maybe a top 5 player in MLW right now. But holy crap, the amount of love we're giving this dude. I mean, he deserves it. He really does deserve it, but, like, I find it kind of hypocritical that we are attacking Jorgensen constantly. I mean, at the same time, I did the same thing in my Haters Guide video because Jorgensen's done jack shit for the team. But anyway, it is not impossible, but at the same time, we have seen through an IG Live Game 1 that the Diamondbacks already matched the Gators season win total with a win over the Eastern Eagles. You may complain, oh, that's a spoiler, AJ. What are you talking about? Well, it's been on the Instagram for at least a week and a half. At least, maybe 2 weeks, almost pushing 3. I'm not too sure, but it's been up there for at least 2 weeks. So if you wanted to go see it, you could have gone ahead and saw it. I'm sorry if I spoiled it for you by accident. That's my bad. But what I'm trying to say here is the Gators, they are in a bit of trouble, but it is still a manageable task for them to get into the playoffs. Yeah, the Mallards fans definitely made it feel like a home game for the Midwest Mallards. And also, the Mallards, for the first time in 2 years, clinched a playoff berth. Holy crap, the day has come. The day has finally come. The Mallards are back in the MLW playoffs. JBB was one of the few Mallards fans in the Discord who was just losing his mind that they finally made it back. And you know what? After all those painful years, you went through Johnny Bean, Trevor Bonham, Noah Dabrickle, Stephen McPeak, like all those guys, and now you're returning with the core of Caden Irwin and Jordan Robles around Tommy Coughlin. You had a big turnover, and now you're finally back. GG's, Mallards fans, you really do deserve it. Well, that says enough about how much the crowd influenced the play of both teams and how much it really just changed the mojo and the feel that both teams had going into the last couple of innings of Game 3. Slider, Jordan Curdy, oh my god, that is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Jordan Curdy is hype. Look at this kid. That is pure joy. Yes, I know the entire thing by heart. I know it by heart. I really did start dying of laughter as soon as I saw this one freaking comment made. What if the D-backs win the series against the Eagles? I'm punching a wall from an Eagles fan. I could just imagine. And the D-backs sweep the Eagles, and then just you see a hole in this dude's wall. Yo, who woke up the helmet boy? What the hell? Here's the thing. There's no such thing as a rebuild in this league anymore. It's literally, if anything, you trade away a couple of your guys. You tank for the #1 pick in the last series. You try to lose all 3 games, that is. And then from there, you take your pick and some other picks that you may have acquired through other trades, as well as your assets. And then all of a sudden, the next year, you're on top. It's happened with the Mallards, and we've seen teams like the Preds, Gators, and D-backs all struggle in the last 3 years after they won a championship. So, maybe not as much as the Preds in 2020, but you understand what I'm trying to say here. Like, there's no consistent rebuilds that are constantly occurring. It's just something that's always changing every year. God, at least the Metro Magic are putting up runs. They've been shut out 7 times this year. That's a bit concerning. I mean, if this is completely right, then Zerlag, at this point, you might as well either just tank this year, sell the team, blow up the team, disband the team, something like that. You got your championship. If he cannot continue to manage in the league, I think that's it for the Great Lakes Gators. Unless he hands the keys to Cheatham, and I don't think Cheatham would trade Jorgensen, and then they blow it up. I don't know what they're going to do. I need the Gators, for the sake of me being a Magic fan, right now, I need the Gators to do what they can do against the Wildcats to at least take that series 2-1. And, they really did look like the Magic. They really embraced the tank today, like the Magic have been doing, but the problem is the Magic don't even have their pick. And, my idea, I mean, Caden, he did look really well, and at the same time, I think the Gators should they blow it up? I mean, debatable. They did not score a run, especially against Caden Irwin. That's a little bit concerning. Post-Gator doesn't even sound right. Blow it up, Brendan kind of rolls off the tongue, but at the same time, if the Gators miss, I don't know. I gotta come up with a good name. You suck, lol. Dude made the trip down from Missouri all the way to Oklahoma as a Mallard fan, and he's been recognized in the Discord for that, in the video for that. Attaboy, bro. Good shit. Good for you, dude. Shoelace, that's a little bit excessive, don't you think? Like a disabled person with no... Bro, what the hell does Zerlag do to you? If you take away Chris Cheatham, Zerlag had still that grand slam against the Preds, so they don't get swept by the Preds, but they get swept by every other team. Yep, I'd agree so. I would agree. I could say something else for Mallards fans, considering the fact that the Mallards literally, they've always had a somewhat devoted fan base. They've always had the Quack Attack Nation, okay? So I wouldn't say so with the Mallards, but if you look at teams like the Eagles that never had fans before, like even my younger brother who got into MLW, like he said, "Oh, I'm an Eagles fan now." I'm like, dude, don't be a bandwagon. Cheer for somebody else. Any other team but the top 2 teams in the league right now, cheer for any other team, please. Just don't be a bandwagon. The Magic may piss me off, and it does not matter what they do, but the wand will always stay up, and the Magic will always have a dedicated fan base. Magic Nation, you don't need to worry about that. Bonham, Chatty, Agner, Curdy, LJ, and somehow James Swanson don't need to worry about that. I mean, Noah really couldn't adjust the new like talent in 2020. Like he was hit home runs off of he had 2 home runs all season off of Neil Smith and I believe Max Tamalka. So that does not exactly count. I don't know how good Noah would play in the modern day MLW, but I mean, he's got a point though historically because we know Noah is a bona fide power hitter. Alongside Tommy and Robles. Oh my god. I wondered where Akinola had disappeared to, and there he is. Jord him Robles, Cade him him, Tom him cog him. Yeah, okay, yeah. Grammatic. My brain does not function like that. Stop. Some of you guys can go ahead and try to doubt Caden Irwin's performance this series because it was against the Gators, but when you think about it, last year the Gators raked off of the guy. They scored like 5 runs. They hit a grand slam, a couple homers. Dude, off of Caden last year, they did really well. So this time for Caden to come around and shut them all down, that shows something about how Caden may be progressing. And this could be huge if he can continue to develop into a proper second pitcher that this team kind of needs, especially to win some close games if they hope to get the 1 seed in the NL. It's really important that Caden steps up, and I'm happy that he's doing really well. Trust me, bro. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter. It's still, like, I don't really know how to put it. Like, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they do appeal to kids, but there's nothing that says like the adults can't enjoy this, right? There's nothing about that that's wrong. Like some of us older teens or adults, like there's nothing wrong with us enjoying some MLW for real. There's nothing wrong with this. After seeing this, I've decided that by the end of the season, I'm gonna do one of the following 2 things. I'm either gonna do a top 10 banner memes from the Discord compilation, or just a compilation of all banner memes from the Discord because I think they're all worthy of being in a video. We're getting swept, like. Oh my god. Banner, where do you just. I'm running out of ways to describe this dude's excellence in the meme category. And on that note, we're switching gears and moving over to the biggest tragedy known in MLW wiffle ball, the Metro Magic. Keep in mind that the 2019 Great Lakes Gators, who featured Sam Reitcard and Chris Rulli as key pieces, finished with the exact same record, so that says quite a bit. I wouldn't trade Curdy. Like, if anything, I would trade him to a contender just to sign him back. But I don't think MLW works like that. But Swanson pitching over Chadwick and Bond, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But even the reasoning behind that seems a little bit like, This is arguably one of the best series we have seen from a singular player in the last couple of years. Like, he went off in this series, brought his average up by like 100 points. He was stupid. Dark seething with rage over the Discord. Now, this is pretty much me in my freaking video. And with the backwards hat, you could become Swaggy Kyle Schultz too. I'm not even going to go into my emotional state because it's literally on the internet. It's on there for you all to see. Like, it's going to be at the end of this video where you guys can literally click on that box and you can go watch me lose my shit. So I've already lost my mind enough at this. So, you know what? I'm just going to let guys like Dark and ECK, who, you know, really hates the Magic, I'm going to let these guys have the spotlight. Bonham, take the fucking bat off of your shoulder. Swing the damn bat. Okay, on a lighter note, though, I was really confused, and then when I first saw this, and I'm like, what does he mean by baby? Then I didn't see the wands and then the down emoji with the thumb, and now it makes sense. But yeah, wands down, baby, wands down. Iconic words by Sawyer Bean. And I thought Ty Smith was a bust. Personally, I thought Ty Smith was a bust. So you know what? Hey, Ty, you redeemed yourself in my books. Pearson, you're a good number 3 behind Schultz and Sailor. And the Magic, you guys are freaking atrocious. Chatty, I feel like it's too late at this point to be rallying the troops. Like, the season's practically over, but I mean, can you be the manager next year? Okay, can somebody please drug test Kyle Schultz? Like, I understand they usually rake off a Bonham and Chadwick's having a down year and James Swanson was on the mound, but still, somebody drug test this guy. Like, what the hell? Now that I'm more level-headed, I will say I agree. Chadwick actually, as the season progressed, you know, his average is somewhere up in the 200s now. He's actually picked it up a little bit, and Curdy's been relatively consistent, and he's been doing above average considering our expectations for the guy. So both of them, they've done decent this year, but decent hitting when there's nobody else behind them, and pitching that is a bit mediocre. That's not what we're looking for here. Like this, they don't deserve this, but unfortunately, they're on the team that is not going to the postseason. So yeah, I don't know if James is even gonna have a job next year in MLW. I think he's gonna be going back on free agency, and I don't know if he's coming back. Let's be real. Sorry, James, but I don't know. I thought you could have brought a spark to the Magic, but unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case. What in the... Oh my god. Yeah, okay, Kyle Schultz. Yeah, somebody tested to do it for performance-enhancing drugs. This is completely nothing against Swanson here, but he's got a really good point. You traded 2 picks for Trevor Bonham. If you still have a mathematical shot, honestly, just go for it. But I think they're prioritizing fun over, competing, I guess. Unfortunately, if any guys had any value before this series, it got completely depleted by what the Wildcats did to us. So I don't know if we're gonna get a pick for next year. Let's be completely real here. I don't know. Bro, someone called the police. Tommy Coughlin committed a highway robbery. That was insanity. David, the hitting forgot to exist this year, bro. I don't know why I find that so funny. The hitting forgot to exist this year. David, good job, buddy. Good job. That was really good. The hitting forgot to exist. The hitting just, I don't know. The hitting took a vacation to Oklahoma and they stayed there, and we should have had the Oklahoma. At the time, LJ did look like the next big thing, and we had some kind of uncertainty with that first overall pick from the Cobras. And also, from what we've learned, Jack is not the best at scouting. So, with that being said, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, yeah. One way to put it is that yes, our season is fun. Like, you can't just go back in time and say, "Oh, you guys made this huge mistake by not drafting this dude," because I mean, like, you don't know. With every draft pick, there is uncertainty. Like Brendan Baranowski, we wouldn't be complaining about this last year. Let's be real here. Brendan Baranowski had a bad year last year. Okay, bad, mediocre year last year. This year, he's doing really, really good. So last year, we wouldn't be arguing this, would we? I think it just has to do more with LJ for the first overall pick. I think that's the thing here. But yeah, at least Chatty's a pretty good guy in the Sim League. Yeah, go check out the MLW Sim League, run by Madigan. These are three relatively different thoughts. There's some similarities in them, but they all have relevance. Chatty is still the only ever pick made by the Magic, like literally through a draft. The Dallas Allen pick was traded away before Chadwick was even drafted into the league, and yeah, I think he just he knew he was getting one of the Flynn twins. He just didn't know which one of the two, and that's why Agner accepted the deal. I don't know. I really don't know. This is Jack's defense, but at the same time, can the Magic guys who do end up going to the MLW events sometimes, especially Wiffle in the Midding, because they're all within the Michigan area, can they not go scout some guys on Jack's behalf and see what they want to bring onto their team? Like, they can do that. Like, next year, they can go ahead and bring a guy onto their team. They can make an undrafted free agency signing next year. It's not like it's not like there's lost hope completely just because we don't have a draft pick. It is possible. The fact that the best draft pick he's made is an unproven Mac Hawley shows that, you know what? I mean, okay, would you rather take Mac Hawley, James Swanson, and Rudy Ramirez, or Jason Chadwick? I think I'm going to take Jason Chadwick over all three right now. Let's be real. It's sad that these are the positives. We don't have many positives. We don't have positives. Like, bro, what the we don't have many positives. If a cartwheel, a hit from LJ, and North wearing a jersey, I mean, okay, Bonham had possibly a top 10 play, but yeah, that was bad. I personally think Agner's a great leader when he's with the team. He really brings excitement to the table for the team. They actually had a lot more fun. As much as, they were struggling, they still enjoyed themselves in the Wildcats series. If anything, because co-managers are a thing now, especially what's happened with, Alec Warda and Ryan Cratch, why not bring Chadwick on board as a co-manager or co-captain, one of the two, whatever you want to call him. Seriously, what the hell did Jack Agner do to y'all? He's probably one of the most likable personalities in the league. Like, you listen to Pipe It Up, bro. Like, he's a freaking great guy. It's a positive that at least Chadwick is enjoying himself and he's, just happy to be helping the league grow and stuff like that. But at the same time, the Magic still suck. Dre, it's not your fault that superstitions only work for a certain amount of time, but I don't think the Gators are your backup team. If anything, my backup team, I really don't know. Maybe the Cobras, maybe the Mallards. I don't know which one of the two. Kyle will literally pass away if that happens. We will not get Kyle Schultz anymore. Kyle Schultz will literally lock himself in his room and edit until the end of time or whenever the hell his time comes, because there's no way Kyle can do this until we get a professional editing team back there. You're gonna get one series per week and you're gonna like it. It's less about Chatty saying we're not cutting Curdy. It's more about ECK just going in here. Who said to cut him? Was it Big Dan? Big Dan is just, oh my, I don't know what to say about Big Dan. Trust me, man, I miss our beloved Kyle Hook as well. Like, I really wish he was still in the league, for not even for the Magic's sake, just because he was such a good player. Such a great guy with promise. Like, I really wish we could have seen what he could have turned into. Oh my god, poor Liam Jackson, bro. What the hell did Liam do to... Oh, well, okay, he did nothing in our defense. He did nothing to deserve good recognition. I don't know, but long story short, yeah, we're getting a little bit rude now, especially with the freaking 46, 100, and 176. What the Jesus, Chatty? Oh my damn. Okay, shit. Yeah. Good point. I mean, Johnny Bean, let's be real, in 2020, he was ass. Same with Zach Purak. Like, these are guys you can say, oh, they were good, but at the same time, they played in an era where talent wasn't even this close to competitive. So, yeah, you can't really say that they were fantastic, can you? Purica, the freaking Wish edition of Zach Purak. Muscle Man, Elon Musk, Buff Elon Musk, whatever. I gotta give credit to the Magic guys for letting him play there, and Swanson just for going all that way. Who knows where he lives? Who knows how far he came? But if he says he came that far to maybe play, then you know what? Honestly, it was worth it. I love the wholesomeness that MLW brings to the table. The Canadian. I love how like I know immediately who he's talking about because there's not many Canadians, and I'm probably the biggest Magic Canadian fan. I don't biggest Canadian Metro Magic wiffle ball fan. I don't know. My brain is personally confused. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not even joking. Swanson let in 6 runs, and I'm like, personally, screw this. Went upstairs, got the tripod, and then I just decided, you know what? Screw it. Here we go. I don't give a shit. We're recording now. Let's go. Yup, and this is where I got the picture for the end of the last video where it's like, no, wait. No, no, oh, no, 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 it's the SpongeBob sound effect. I can't. To save my life, I can't do it. But long story short, yeah, that's where I got this clip. Yeah, that's gonna go in the AJ Plays Highlights 2022 edition. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but we'll see. So I think this is big, like him going after Big Dan here. He got 11 combined reactions out of this. So talking about pinging a player to tell him what to do. No, 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 no. You don't. Did Big Dan really tag Chadwick? Cut Curdy, he sucks. If you no, then you haven't been watching a single ounce of Magic with football this season. So, with that being said, I want to say, no, you don't cut anybody from this team. You need to find somebody, add a piece somewhere, because Agner won't be able to come all the time. You're gonna have 4 guys. You know what? You can bring in one more, because Swanson's probably not gonna come back. So yeah, with that being said, guys. Listen, I've been pissed enough about the Magic, so that's, again, the video is going to be on the right side of the screen. If you want to see my last video, which is me losing my shit against the Magic, it is right over there. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys all next time. Peace out.